Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, August 25th, 2025 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I nurture my sense of beingness and my sense of reality. So, changed my background, worked really hard. I know you might be like, are you lower? No, I got a taller shelf with more layers, so I am not sitting lower. Everything just had to move and scooch a little bit. And this is not just about me bringing in change here. This is part of the overall astro energies that are happening. We have major change makers working together in the astro, and this new moon yod that we had is wrapping up probably today into tomorrow's last day of this yod energy. But this yod energy is also encouraging shift, encouraging change. And this year's been really interesting for me with changes. This is also the last week that I'm working at my friend's restaurant as it closes this week. So I will be there Monday and Tuesday, and then no more of that for now, at least. But I think that we can support the energy of change by changing our hair. You notice I cut off my hair a few months ago after that Facebook thing happened. I was like, all right, let's cut off some of this dead. And now here I am shifting my work environment. And this helps support these energies roll through. And so I encourage you to nurture your sense of reality, nurture your daily reality, whether it's some changes to yourself, some changes to your routine, some changes to the environments that you find yourself in that support the shifts that you would like to call into beingness. That's part of these eclipse energies that are coming in. This is part of the nodal energies that are working us. North Node in Pisces is reminding us to use our illusion, to use our imagination, and then bring it on down into the physical energy, into the physical environment, and shifting things around can create space for this. Now, we have a transit today. We have transits every day, right? But I love this one. I think that this is going to be helpful as we are entering eclipse season. P.S. Eclipse readings are available. We have Venus today. Venus finishing up in Cancer and moving into the sign of Leo. So Venus will be moving into Leo at 9:27 a.m. Pacific time. So that means we enter the day with Venus at 29 Cancer, which may be like, I'm not getting out of bed. Are you getting out of bed? No. It might feel very cozy, although you also may feel inspired to, again, like shift and nurture your environment. Cancer does rule the house and the home, and so sometimes when we have an energy at that final degree, we can be inspired for that. You might be inspired to cook a yummy breakfast. But Venus into Leo is taking us not as far as you would think it was. It's taking us up to right before the second eclipse. And so this energy is going to help us nurture our sense of self-love, nurture our inner child, nurture that heart energy. And I think leading with heart is so important with the changes going on. It's interesting because I think we have, it's always when I'm recording that the banging starts. That's more change. Here where I live, they're redoing like the top deck. That's what it's called. And so they've been working hard on that. But I've been watching people being very upset about this Cracker Barrel change. And it's very interesting to me that of everything that's happening in the world, this is what is upsetting people. But I think it's a sign of how we hold on to things. I think I have the clinging to the past card today. I'm pretty sure it's in here. Oh, it's in here, right? How we hold on to these old things and we put value on stuff. I don't know. Is the Cracker Barrel logo important. Maybe it is. It isn't to me. I'm not a Cracker Barrel person. I don't even know if I've ever gone to a Cracker Barrel. Maybe once. Maybe. Do I think that everything that we let go of and move into the new is wonderful and great? No. But not my business, not my decision, and not what I really want to put so much energy into. And so this can be a sign for a lot of things that we can look at, where we are holding on to the old, clinging to the past. And the universe is like, is this a sign for something that you're holding on to in your life that's giving you some sense of security that you're maybe being called to evolve? Again, this fits with these eclipse patterns and ongoing eclipse patterns as I look into 2026. Yes, I am already looking at 2026 energies, and whew. So this is a really good time to be very aware of that. And again, see where you can nurture change in your own life to support your personal evolution. Like I was starting with, that Venus in Leo today is going to help that. Now, Venus in Leo can definitely look for love outside of itself. Venus in Leo is not a starstruck actress, a starring actress. Somebody on the silver screen who gets lots of attention and has lots of flair. But we do want to watch the ego always when it's Leo stuff. And where that might take us out of our heart and into some kind of sense of, oh, what is that sense? What is that energy? Oof, can't pull in the word. I can't believe I can't get this word right now. The feeling of it is there, the essences of it, but the brain will not cooperate. Anyway, watch for where you think that everybody should be paying homage to you and bowing down to you, when really what is the thing that's going to fill your cup is your own love. And that's a really important lesson for these Leo energies. Now, it's very interesting that at the same time we have this shift, we also have the moon moving into Libra. So I spoke about Libra Leo energies the other day, and here we do have them playing again, although they aren't going to quite meet since the moon moves in before. They actually have meetings in their prior signs early in the morning. The moon in Cancer, excuse me, moon in Cancer and Venus in Virgo energy. Again, taking care of yourself in the morning, getting up, making yourself breakfast, doing things you love. That's a good vibe for this morning. But moon in Libra is definitely going to bring the we into the equation. Now, to be fair, Venus is going to be at 0 for about 24 hours. And so the grace energy is not going to be there. Even with Venus in dramatic Leo, you still might feel a little irritated and annoyed with others and not be as good at dealing with them, because that 0 energy can just be graceless. It's just really interesting. Our first connection, I inhaled something weird, sorry. Our first connection with the moon in Libra is actually with Saturn in Aries, which is a reminder. Bring your attention back to yourself. See where you need to work with yourself. See where you can apply these energies for yourself. It's going to be interesting over these next few days to work through the Venus Leo energies and the Moon Libra energies. Moon in Libra is like, yes, pay attention to me and I will pay attention to you, and this will be a beautiful flow. And I just don't think it's going to quite be like that, because that's not really the lesson right now. The lesson is more about what are you doing for yourself and how are you showing up for yourself. So as we move through the day, the moon is going to be making all of these connections with these early degree energies. We have a trine with Uranus. We have an opposition with Saturn and Neptune. We have a trine with Pluto. Yeah, grand trine, air energy. We might be a little airheadedness, and that 0 degrees Leo is probably not going to help with the airheadedness. And then we have that Venus-Saturn connection, which I love. It's at 5:55 p.m. Pacific time. And again, it's calling in personal responsibility, personal self-love responsibility, filling up your own cup, awareness of yourself, awareness of your inner child, awareness of the love energy. And again, instead of trying to feel like you are so deserving to receive it from anybody else, which we are. That's not quite the word. I just cannot get it for right now for whatever reason. And I keep trying. Really focusing from the inside, lighting ourselves up. And so you're going to have to watch as the moon in Libra moves through these connections through the day, and where you find yourself putting on or pulling on other energies, trying to get them from other places. It is fine if it is offered to you, but Abraham has a phrase that's popping into my head, and it's looking for love in all the wrong places. And so just awareness of how we can do that and ask for others to fill our cup. And sometimes they do, and that's so beautiful and wonderful, but it's a really important need and part of shifting your own reality to fill your own. Let's look at the cards. Top of the cards, friendliness. So I think there's actually a good chance that there could be some beautiful energies, but these 3 cards came out at the end, and one is the source card, and the source is the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands, and it really is like lighting your own fire and letting that energy burn and move through you and becoming your own light, which is really, really, really beautiful. And although we have friendliness card, right behind it we have understanding in reverse. So like I said, it might be a little graceless, it might be a little weird, and I think we're releasing some old habits, which again, connecting to this clinging to the past, these change energies. These are the winds of change. This is like this grand trine in water or air, whatever, Mercury. This grand trine in air energy is having us a little airheady, but it's the Mary Poppins theme song, like winds from the east, bringing in this change that's coming in. So where are you holding on to something and need to shift? This card came in the other day, I think, with the clinging to the past card too. The guidance card, leaning into God's Spirit Universe to help you through this rebirth. And what is it, a rebirth? It's a rebirth of your truest self. Now, I do want to give a little on the horizon heads up. Saturn is going to be moving back into Pisces in a week. And so this Saturn Aries 0 energy is definitely going to be working us, but some of that old karmic stuff, it's like already tiptoeing, creeping, rushing in. So just be aware of that. And that's, again, all part of these eclipse patterns unfolding. I also have a beautiful card from the herbal astrology, Babisana, which is an herb from, or a flower from the Amazon. But the upright, the first key is self-love. Self-love, heart retrieval, ultimate state of receivership, gratitude, receptivity, and compassion. And it's Moon and Neptune energies. And it's just talking about finding a pathway to unconditional self-love. And that love is the highest state of receivership. But don't forget the necessary power of self-love. So just like me, this card is really focused on that energy. Those pink flowers, I guess, is Babisana. And there's hummingbird energy in here too. Beautiful. Hummingbird energy brings us joy. Babisana assists us in rediscovering forgotten places within ourselves, retrieving fragments of our heart, seeking healing. Ask yourself, where in my heart's memory can I bring wholeness to? Babisana medicine is like that of whales and hummingbirds, the joyous record keepers of the sacred that assist us in accessing the reservoirs of the cosmic heart. Pay close attention to the messages encoded in your dreams, synchronicities, and the symbols that surround you right now. Through those doorways, you can further explore the great mystery of your heart's desire. So that works so well with this energy. I encourage you to book a reading. I'm also going to be doing some more offerings. If you are struggling with things, I do clearings, and I've been contemplating adding that more to my roster. Reach out to me if you're curious about that, or the eclipse readings, or any other reading, or if you just need support working through, dealing through whatever is going on with you. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have power, and may your guiding light be strong, and know that you can trust your process. Namaste.